Assalamu alaikum. Today I will be making a very simple recipe of mincemeat with green peas and potatoes. So let's begin. So let me quickly tell you the list of things that you will be needing for this recipe. I am using one whole onion right here, which I have chopped up right here. I have 3 Roma tomatoes, one whole lobe of fresh garlic right here, and then I have 2 pieces of ginger. One I'm just gonna shred it, and the other one I'm just gonna have it into small pieces, and that I will use in the garnishing. And 1 lemon I will squeeze towards the end, and I have like 6 to 8 or 10 small chili pepper, green chili pepper I'll be using also towards the end. And for the spices, quickly let me tell you what I'm using. I have 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and I have garam masala right here. I'm using 1/4 of a teaspoon. I usually don't like to use a lot of garam masala. That I will be sprinkling on top of the keema when it's done. And also I have over here turmeric. That is 1/4 of a teaspoon. And over here I have 1.5 teaspoon of 3 spices that I have crushed. They're not very finely crushed. They are like semi-crushed in the grinder. So 1.5 half teaspoon. So half teaspoon of cumin, half teaspoon of coriander, half teaspoon of chili flakes. All 3 of them, I took them and made them a little bit brown. And you can make them brown a little bit on the skillet, or you can just leave it like that. You don't have to brown. Don't forget, I'm going to be using like about 6 to 8 tablespoons of oil. And over here, I have 1.5 pound of keema, around 1.5 pounds, you can say. Keema without any fat, which I already washed and drained in this thing, and it's all drained. And I'm gonna start the process now. So now I'm using 1 full tablespoon of oil right here. It is about, like I said, 6 to 8 tablespoons of oil, and it's on a very high flame. And I will add all my onions in there, just like that, like this. And I will let it brown for about 5-10 minutes. I'm not going to brown it actually. I'm just going to have it very, very light golden color, and then I'm going to add the keema in it. So let me see quickly. I'll show you the tomato. I'll just show you one of each thing, and the rest you can just do it on your own. And we'll dice the 3 Roma tomatoes one by one into small pieces, just the way I'm doing it. They should be very fine, just like that. Got it? And for the garlic, I already peeled 1 lobe, but I'll show you how to do one. Just cut it in the middle, just like that, and then peel off the covering, just like that, and you get this lobe. You get this clove, sorry. And now for this recipe, I don't know, some people crush it, and it's your choice, but I like to dice my garlic just like that, the way I'm doing it in front of you. Just take a bunch of them and just have them into, cut them into very, very small pieces, because in mincemeat, you don't want to have crushed garlic. It just changes the taste for some reason. So I usually use this form. It's my preference and my choice, and you can do things as you like, but I prefer to use garlic in this form. You can still taste it, you'll get the flavor, but at the same time, if you crush it, it's just not gonna taste that great. So Here you go. See how quickly I did it? And that's it. And now we will be quickly crushing the, right here is my ginger, and from my big side right here, I'll be crushing the ginger, just like that. Not so hard, like this, crush it, and see, it comes out like that. So I'm gonna crush the whole thing right here, and let's see. So now you see, I have crushed my ginger. I'm using a lot of ginger and garlic. I'm a big fan of ginger and garlic. And this lemon I will be using towards the end. So this goes here, and quickly I will be using, I'll be showing you how to cut the onions. So we're gonna cut the whole onion, and we'll take off we'll just peel off this, and I'm just gonna dice the onions just like that, quickly, just like that. So I'll dice the whole onion like this. So as you can see, my onions, they are sauteed and they have changed the color, and I will not make it golden. I will just leave it just a change of color. That's about it. See how this is the type of color I'm looking for. Do not brown them or anything like that. That's going to taste. And now I'm gonna add my minced meat in there, which is about 1.5 pounds, and I'll just stir it just like that. Hold this quickly, and now I will add my ginger and my garlic in there, and I will quickly add a little bit of salt, and I'm just going to stir it for a few minutes on a high flame, just like that. And my meat will change color within a minute or so, and just kind of taste care of if there is any smell. I don't have a smell in my minced meat, but sometimes, once in a while, if people do have a little bit of a funny smell or some kind of smell in their meat, they can stir fry it like that on a high flame, and that will take care of the smell. So let's see. So I think now I'm just gonna add the other spices into the mincemeat. So now quickly, let's add our tomatoes in there, and I'll just throw like a few chilies with that. And I'm gonna just put all the spices now at this point with the tomatoes. And now quickly I will stir it for about a minute or two. And just a few minutes, and I am done. And I will just cover it like this. Let it simmer for about 1 minute on a high flame, and then I'm gonna turn it on a medium flame right here, and let it cook on a closed lid like that on a medium flame for about 10 to 15 minutes. Keep an eye on it, and then you'll know. I don't add water. Some people add water. I don't. So in 15 minutes I'll just check and see how the minced meat is doing. So over here I have a ginger that I will be garnishing the minced meat or the keema, and I'll be slicing the ginger into very fine pieces, just like that. Here, that I will be using it on the garnishing. So after 15 minutes to 10 minutes, I checked, and probably I'll add like maybe a cup or so of water, and I'm gonna let it cook for another 10 minutes, and then after that, I will just stir fry it on a very high flame. So let's wait for another 10 minutes. So over here, I have like half a bunch of fresh cilantro that I'll be using for garnishing. So let me show you that whenever we bring cilantro from outside, we should take that much water and just have the cilantro clean, because sometimes there is a lot of dirt in there, and that takes care of that. And I'll throw away the water. This cilantro I will be using for my garnishing when I am done cooking the minced meat. So quickly we will just show you. You have to cut the cilantro into very fine pieces, just the way I'm doing it for garnishing. And this is when we're usually do not add the cilantro on top of the hot minced meat. When we are ready to serve, we'll dish it out, and we're ready to eat. That is the time when we add the green chilies and this green cilantro and the lemon on top, and the ginger. So it'll if you put it in a very hot pot, this cilantro will turn into brown color, and it will not taste good. So here you go. This is all my garnishing for the, this is my garnishing right here. Ginger, sliced ginger, some chilies, some cilantro, a little lemon. This is for my garnishing right here. And now I'll show you how to add some veggies if you like to. So now I will be, if you can eat the minced meat just like that if you want to, but I like to have some veggies in my minced meat. So I'll be using about 3 red potatoes that quickly I'll show you how to cut them. So I will just dice them just like that, the way I'm doing it. I like to leave my skin on for my potatoes, and it should be this size, not bigger than that. And we will add all these 3 into the minced meat. And I've taken 1 cup of green peas, and these 2 will go once I have stir fried the minced meat. I will add all of them into the meat and cook it. As you can see, in 15 minutes, I opened up the lid, and my keema is all done. There's no water left behind. And now, at this point, you can dish it out and serve it as it is, and with the garnishing, of course. But I'm planning to add some veggies, so at this point, since it's all done and stir-fried, I will just add my veggies. Like I said, 3 potatoes and some green peas I will be adding, and I will just stir it, mix it well, just like that. And since I added veggies, I'm just going to add half a teaspoon of salt in there, because potatoes do take up some salt. So I will be adding some salt, just half a teaspoon. But if you're not adding any veggies in it, and don't add any salt. 1 teaspoon is more than enough. Since I added these veggies, I have added some salt. And now at this point, I'll just add about 1.5 cup measured water, and I will leave the flame a little bit high. And like you see, there is now a little bit water. We're not going to put a lot. So for 15 minutes, first I'm going to leave it on a high flame for about 1 minute or so. And then after that, I will close the lid and leave this on for about 15 minutes, and my potatoes should be all softened up in 15 minutes. So let's see. So after 15 minutes, as you can see, my keema is almost done. See, and my potatoes are also done, and I'm just gonna dish it out. And my husband, he doesn't like very dry keema, so as you can see, there is a little bit gravy there. As you can see, he doesn't like it too much dry, so I have a bit of a gravy right here, as you can see. And I'm just gonna dish it out. Before I dish out, I'm just gonna squeeze some lemon. About 1 lemon I will be adding around there. There you go. You can see I have sprinkled the chaat masala. This is the box. It's called Shan chaat masala. Use 1/2 teaspoon in the end, and it's an option. Usually if we are having guests or some party, then I use it, but on my daily routine I do not prefer to use something from outside. And now I'm just gonna garnish a little bit of a cilantro, and I'm going to garnish a little bit of ginger, and of course my favorite chilies that I have washed and put it. So here is my final dish. Here is my keema, aloo and matar recipe ready to be served. You can serve this dish with some naan or flatbread, or you can serve it with some boiled rice. So I hope when you make this recipe, you find it very delicious. Thanks for watching.